Alright, let's talk diesel engines. These things are absolute powerhouses, built to last for hundreds of thousands of miles, if you treat them right. But many owners make critical mistakes that chip away at their diesel engine's lifespan. It's often everyday habits that lead to hefty repair bills. This video is about those common yet overlooked mistakes. We're talking about things that can clog components, starve parts of lubrication, or stress the engine unnecessarily. Think of this as your guide to diesel engine self-preservation. Nobody wants to be stranded or face a massive repair bill for something avoidable. Pay close attention, because understanding these pitfalls is the first step to ensuring your diesel keeps running strong. We're going to dive into each mistake, explain why it's a problem, and what you can do to avoid it. Let's get started. Let's start with short trips. Quick 5-minute runs can be like slow poison for a diesel engine. Diesel engines take a while to reach optimal operating temperature. On short trips, your engine barely gets warm, leading to more wear and tear. Cold engines experience significantly more wear. Every cold start adds microscopic wear to your engine. Over time, this reduces compression and increases oil consumption. The diesel particulate filter, DPF, needs high temperatures to clean itself. Short trips prevent proper DPF regeneration, causing it to clog. Unburned fuel can dilute your engine oil, reducing its effectiveness. If you do a lot of short trips, give your diesel a good solid 30-minute run on the highway weekly. This allows everything to get properly hot and burn off contaminants. Next up, let's talk about lugging the engine. Diesel engines have immense low-end torque, but low RPM high-load driving can be harmful. It puts stress on the engine and transmission. Each power stroke at low RPMs is like a sledgehammer blow. This can lead to premature wear on bearings and stress fractures in connecting rods. Your transmission also takes a beating. In a manual, it strains the clutch and gearbox. In an automatic, it generates excess heat, which is the enemy of transmissions. Lugging can create drivetrain vibrations and wear out components. Respect your diesel's power band. Downshift to keep the engine spinning freely, especially when accelerating or climbing. Letting the engine rev a bit higher is healthier than slogging along at low RPMs. Stretching oil change intervals is a common mistake. Diesel engines are harder on oil than gasoline engines. They produce more soot, which contaminates the oil. Clean oil is critical for engine health. Manufacturer recommendations are based on ideal conditions. If you tow, haul, or drive in dusty environments, your oil gets contaminated faster. Contaminated oil loses its protective qualities. It turns into a gritty, abrasive slurry. This grinds away at crucial internal components. Change the oil and filter every 5,000 miles. Use high-quality oil and filters. Frequent oil changes are cheap insurance for a long-lasting engine. Excessive idling is detrimental to modern diesel engines. Long idle times cause moisture buildup. Water vapor can condense in the exhaust system and crankcase. This leads to corrosion and sludge formation. Idling doesn't generate enough heat for DPF regeneration. Soot builds up, clogging the DPF. Wet stacking can occur where unburned fuel and oil accumulate. This gums up the DPF and turbocharger. Limit idling time as much as possible. Modern diesels don't need more than a minute or two of idling to warm up. Driving gently warms up the engine more efficiently. For cool down, a minute or two of idling is usually sufficient. Fuel quality is critical for modern diesel engines. They operate under incredibly high fuel pressures. Low quality or contaminated diesel can damage the fuel system. Water in diesel fuel promotes corrosion and damages injectors. Sediments and particulate contaminants can clog fuel filters. Low cetane fuel leads to harder starting and rough running. Bad fuel can cause severe and costly damage. Always fill up at reputable, high-volume stations. Pay attention to changes in performance after a fill-up. Use a good quality fuel additive to boost cetane and disperse water. Protect your sophisticated fuel system with quality fuel. It's a small price to pay for peace of mind. Interrupting the DPF regeneration cycle is a big mistake. The DPF catches soot and needs to be cleaned through regeneration. The ECU initiates a regeneration cycle when the filter is full. Shutting off the engine during regen hardens the soot. This makes it harder to remove in subsequent regens. A clogged DPF restricts exhaust flow and robs engine power. It can lead to costly repairs or DPF replacement. Be aware of signs that your diesel is in a regen cycle. Continue driving until it completes, usually 15 to 30 minutes. If you must shut down, be aware you're interrupting a vital process. Frequent interruptions lead to DPF problems. Let your truck finish what it started. Babying your diesel engine can cause problems. Constant low RPM, low load driving leads to carbon buildup. Carbon deposits clog the EGR valve and intake manifold. They also affect the turbocharger's variable geometry vanes. A lazy turbo means poor throttle response and lack of power. The engine becomes choked and asthmatic. Let your diesel work occasionally. Take it for a spirited run on the highway once a week. Accelerate through the gears, using a good portion of the RPM range. This burns off carbon deposits and keeps the EGR valve cleaner. It also ensures the turbo vanes move freely. Think of it as an Italian tune-up for your diesel. So there you have it, 7 common mistakes that can really do a number on your diesel engine. From those seemingly innocent short trips and excessive idling to the less obvious pitfalls like lugging the engine or babying it too much, each one can contribute to premature wear, costly repairs, and a whole lot of frustration. Understanding these issues is more than half the battle. Your diesel is a sophisticated piece of machinery, designed for power and longevity, but it needs your help to achieve its full potential. It really comes down to being an informed and attentive owner. Pay attention to how your truck or car is running, listen for unusual sounds, watch for changes in performance or economy, and don't ignore those maintenance schedules, especially when it comes to oil changes and fuel quality. A little bit of preventative care and mindful driving habits can save you a massive headache and a significant amount of money in the long run. These engines are built to work, but they aren't invincible. Dodge these 7 mistakes and your diesel engine will reward you with years of powerful, reliable performance. Want more tips to protect your ride and your wallet? Hit that like button and subscribe for more real-world car advice. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.